When you reach the final third of your life, what's that really like? And don't start telling me about aches and pains. I'll give you something to ache about. Everyone is different, obviously, but there are still many perceptions around aging that are largely shared. These are cliches, yet cliches don't come from nowhere. For instance, I personally have noticed an increase in references to various bodily ailments from many I know in the older camp. Since when did it become fashionable to dwell on every little physical discomfort that pops up? It's not like we didn't have physical discomfort before. At what age does that particular topic become so prevalent? To be clear, I'm not denying that we all lose some physical capabilities as we age, but that doesn't make it any more interesting a topic of conversation. So, that cliche is earned, in my opinion. But here's one that isn't. The forgetful thing. The memory glitches. Can't we just talk about this for a minute? I mean, the older you get, the more you have to remember, right? So cut us some slack for the occasional mental mix-ups. Doesn't mean we're losing cognitive capacity. It just means we've got more on the hard drive than younger folks. And we haven't figured out how to delete old files either. Maybe we could use more RAM. Heck, I'd install a better graphics card. I hope I live long enough to become a cyborg. Like any stage of life, there's positives and negatives. But the idea of having to diminish expectations simply because our lifespans are diminished, well, I just don't agree with that. What is it like getting older? Well, since we've been doing it our entire lives, it seems like the only real difference that matters is what we tell ourselves about it. The physical changes aren't what you'd ask for, yet exactly what you'd expect from a body getting closer to its expiration date. Yet that doesn't mean we can't find ways to adapt, so that we can pretty much do what we love to do until the very end. It's such a unique thing to confront the mix of wonder, fear, and exhilaration that approaching rebirth can elicit. If there was a big picture take on what it's like getting older, I'd say it was the increasing realization that we really are part of the infinite. Pretty cool, right? So, as the tiny particle of the infinite that I am, I must ask my fellow particles, if you ever hear me start griping about some ailment, smack me on the head, will you? Isn't that how you reboot an old machine? Just give it a good whack.